Hey folks, Lucid, welcome back. Jumping back into our game with Xibalba, turn 66. We get assassinated here. I forget who. I thought we were trying to patrol this idiot out. I don't know why we haven't gotten him yet. Just get some random idiot. I didn't stale. I don't even know where this army came from. Damn, it's kind of a big army. And then here he attacks. Okay, so he's successful about this. Where have I moved my army to? I actually have almost no idea where I put my army. I guess a lot of it kind of dissolved. I think what I'm doing is kind of pulling back and getting my blood economy going, not overextending exactly. And, but I don't know. I'm going to have to come knock him off. What I'm going to do is send everybody here to fight him. There's no way I'm going to not take a fight with him. So he can go get fucked. This army, too, is not that scary. It's going to be invulnerable to, like, Wailing Winds and stuff, but I'm going to have Fog Warriors, bunch of other shit. He's got some Jarls. We'll see how it goes. We'll just pull up the next turn. Turn 67. But I can just tell you, that is not a fight we're going to run from. And you can see also the, like, rating intensity has dropped, because we both know that we have fought each other to the point where we're all irrelevant. I think he's bloodletting to kill some of my dudes. It's kind of funny. I don't know if they did that in the real fight, but there goes Fog Warriors. Aussies, you kind of need a critical mass. I never got a critical mass, but I also, one super combatant that the Aussies can't kill can kill them all, which is a problem. And these guys hit really hard. And the Aussies only have 10 protection. I have mass protection going out. Which, you need, for Fog Warriors to be really effective, you need to have your protection high enough where they're not going to do, like, critical damage through it, and the 36 damage axe will do critical damage through Fog Warriors. But I think I'm doing a fatigue play. I've got Quagmire, Relief, and Rigor Mortis up for myself. I don't think he has that. He's got a little Skelly Spam Communion. I don't think he has any Scrotty. I think this was the lady who did Bloodletting. No, we're just making a horrendous amount of Undead on our side. The thing is, though, eventually his guys are going to... I don't think he had... I don't know who's relief. Yeah, this is my relief. He doesn't have relief. So I've got relief, he doesn't. I've got Rigor Mortis up. He didn't do it. So I'm the one doing the fatigue play. And I've also got Quagmire. So... yeah, he's right. These skeletons are just going to kill him. It's my return. He's got some Jarls over here. I don't know where they are. Yeah. We've got Wailing Ones up here. Here's the Jarl. He's gone berserk. I think I have some guys on advance and cast spells, but I'm not. Yeah, this guy is. He's doing Word of Stone. His MR is pretty high. It's not super high. Blindness, Rage. Have we blinded him yet? Yeah. $37. Looks like he's gonna die. Healing back up. So in this case, he kind of quote-unquote wins, but he's mostly fucked. Let's see if that actually happened. Yeah, okay. We killed him in this fight. So you can see with different RNG, it would have maybe gone a little better for him. He got really close in our battle to dying. I think he got down to probably like 20 HP. Anyway. Riggedy wrecked. We lost pretty trivial stuff here. I mean, we lost some Aussies. I almost should like not bring the Aussies. They're kind of just a waste. I need to build them up till I get like 100. Honestly, my Aussies are going to be good at killing like troops, but they're not going to be good at killing super combatants for a while. And that is the argument for going like +8 strength on your Aussies, because then they can kind of punch through. I do have magic weapons and stuff, which are going to help versus like Stygian Scan or whatever, and then versus Henom, if he does Body Ethereal. And I mean, Niflheim can fluff with Body Ethereal too, so. Anyway, that's that. Niflheim has been fucked proper again. And yeah, I would say we have won our 2v1, but at extreme expense. And then both the players, yeah, they are completely wrecked. Thank you for stopping by. And then I think this is like a metagame thing, too. Like, I've played with all these guys before, and I'm going to play with them again. And this is me from the future, right? So I've played with them in several games since. Sometimes you just have to let people know that you are going to extract as big a pound of flesh or as many pounds of flesh as you can. And I would say mission accomplished there. We have let them know that even if it's a bad matchup and they come after me, we'll make it expensive. Here, you can see we're not even really doing that. First of all, I don't really have an army. He's kind of killed it. I can't super easily take forts and stuff. I probably could do more raiding. I think I'm trying to get Aussies. But really, the game is about to end, too. The other thing that's happening, these guys are fighting, Saramadia and Kailasa are fighting over, like, the final throne. And I think it's looking Kailasa favored, but I think at this time, Saramadia pulls out a surprising defense and kills one of the major Kailasa armies. And I think the fact that Henom and Niflheim and I, who are the only other really relevant powers in the game, have, like, we are just so salty. And I mean, it's not just me. I mean, you can tell. These guys, like, look at Niflheim. He's not even trying to peace out of a war. He's getting his fucking tail beat in. He's salty as hell. Spamming Assassination, Wolven Winter, like, on my capital just to fuck with me. He's salty. All of us are salty. And I think what is going to end up happening, we'll go through the rest, if I can find it. You can see we're not really playing that much. I can't remember. We're basically going to call the game. And we may have already called it when we were playing a couple turns to get score graphs. I can't remember what turn we called it on. I'm charming my capital. Get out of here. Did we get score graphs? I can't remember. Well, I don't think we did. Anyway, this is the turn we call it. These guys fought for like a few turns, and then it was, I think they were kind of grinding into a halt. And they were like, okay, we can just declare the game a draw. Though, sadly, as the owner of one throne, I don't think I'm one of the draw candidates. But, and I don't actually remember, because it was a while ago now, what happened the last like 4 turns where I wasn't really doing much. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to win, but I probably could have raided a lot more. I don't really remember what happened. But in some ways, like, I mean, my mission was already accomplished. There wasn't much left for me to do. These guys could not be rendered any more irrelevant to the game. I could go and take more stuff, and I probably should have. I don't know, anyway, what was happening. But I was also teching up. The war with Henom, like any resources I got, or with these guys, was going to be a lot easier after I got Life for Life. which I was about to get. I was 1.5 turns away. So anyway, I think that's it. I suppose we'll do a semblance of an after-action review. I think looking back on it, the war with the Gartha was profitable. I think it put a target on... A lot of times if you rush somebody, like as early as I did, it kind of puts a target on your back. And sometimes I kind of have a bit of a target on my back anyway. But I don't know. It was a bunch of kind of unfortunate events that all conspired, and then some of it I think is like weird or bad game mechanics too that I got kind of tilted about. But other parts of it were just game mechanics I wasn't super familiar with. Like I think somebody pointed out to me recently that the skeletons are always on attack closest, so going to like fly and attack rear is a way to deal with horde of skeletons spam. Which, fair. I was tilted about that a few episodes ago. I hadn't really seen that before. And usually if you have a good mage core and people attack rear, you're going to blow them up. So, as we should have, but it's compounded with the fact that the spellcasting AI is hot garbage. There were some problems in my build. The main problem was not going magic, going drain. So I definitely would swap it around. Recuperation ended up not being super useful for me, so probably could either scrap it or get something else. I think if there's going to be a Niflheim in your game, it is worth considering cold resistance. So many of my guys fatigued out. And then a little bit of plus strength probably wouldn't have been a bad thing. So I don't know. I tried a kind of different build, which was a little greedy because like things like recuperation were going to play off in the late game when I would have like basically undeniable tard access and stuff. But Xibalba has a pretty good late game anyway. Fire shock resistance, pretty good. I think honestly this is kind of a waste. I mean, there's cool stuff you can do, like as Xibalba, you can do like big fire and shock resistance. I think this was okay. I was playing more around the mages of Xibalba with this build. Unfortunately, the mages of Xibalba ended up being a little disappointing with their spellcasting decisions. And some of these things would have only been opened up later, like Wrathful Skies and stuff I'd be able to do, and Firestorm and all those things. But I never really got my feet under me to have an army of mostly sacreds. So, where does that leave us? I think I had a little bit of a greedy build. I think if I got more time to get my feet under myself, the build would have been better, and I would have been like a more proper nation, where I would have had like a significant area that I'd been able to defend well. You can see we defended what we had, but we were never able to control, like we've basically been losing the raiding war. And that's because I was on the back foot a lot. But if I got a little bigger, got a bit more tech, I would have had my feet underneath me enough where I could have controlled the war better. And honestly, we're getting to a turning point. Like Life for a Life would have been a major turning point against these super combatant nations. Once that comes out, you basically can't use super combatants anymore. But yeah. I would say these guys played well. I think it was pretty smart of them to team up on me. It was like with a weak or incapable Sarmatia over here. They were basically completely immune from counterattack. Made all the sense in the world for them to do it. And in some ways, they kind of needed to defeat me. The other thing they could have done is they could have teamed up on Sorrow. But that would have left me to backstab one of them, which I might have done. It's hard to say. But I don't know. It would depend. Because honestly, if I felt I had a better stake in the game, going after them while Kaelasa was winning probably wouldn't make sense. I probably would actually have turned on Kaelasa if I thought I actually had a chance at winning. But because I didn't, I was just griefing them. Whatever. I couldn't get out of the war with them. They wouldn't make peace. I think Kinam and I had a bit of a ceasefire at the end. while I dealt with the Niflheim giants. But yeah, I think I have regrets about the build. I think I might have been a little too zealous going after Agartha, but in some ways I think I needed... Like, I think the gangbang was going to be somewhat inevitable anyway. So if I could have kept Agartha, I think this might have played out a good bit differently. It would have given me a lot more kind of like economics. And you remember there's that fight we thought we were going to win from after the testing. If that had played out our way, I think a lot of things might have unfolded differently. At the time, I thought I really needed Agartha to be able to project the kind of power I was going to need to fight Niflheim later. And I tried a lot of things. I tried Bane Thugs. They were never very effective. But a lot of that was actually scripting related. You would be like, scripting? Or like AI related. You're like, AI? These guys were just... They're Bane Thugs. How was it AI related? Well, if you remember, they needed the skeleton screen. And either my guys weren't casting skeletons, or the skeletons were all running to the back lines. So I don't know. Some of my anti-thug measures didn't exactly work. I tried some interesting things. I'm not really sure there what I would be able to do different to deal with the super combatants. Damn Xibalban spells, which are supposed to help them, like Break First Soul, didn't work for shit. The big difference, I think, is in the meantime, I have made a mod for improved spellcasting. It's called improved casting AI or something generic like that. But if you go to my Discord channel, I've got a channel for that mod where you can use it and give feedback on it, etc. And it's wonderful. I've used it in a ton of multiplayer games now. So anyway, if I play Xibalba again, I'll probably play it with that mod on. I mean, I play all my games with that mod on, but it would be interesting to see if they play it, how much differently they play. And what I may do, I think the next time I do it, I might, if I have a good expansion, I might be happier just sitting in my sandcastle for a little bit, rather than expanding and putting a big target on my back. But I'm not sure. Anyway. I would say it was fun, but honestly, I had to stop playing Dominions for a month. I mean, I kept in my games, but I was really minimizing my time investment in Dominions after this game. I was pretty tilted, as you may have been able to tell. So it wasn't fun, but I learned a lot. And, I guess that's something that keeps you in the game is, even after years of playing, you still feel like you're learning new mechanics, new strategies. And then hopefully I taught these guys, these gangbangers, a lesson about double teaming me. So anyway, thank you all for watching and putting up with the torture and the agony. And yeah. Fuck Niflheim. Fuck Hinam. We are the deputies of the monkeys and the Saramatians, as at least one of them ascends to the throne of Pantocrator. Thank you all. See you next time.